Toothpaste with fluoride or toothpaste with hydroxyapatite? What's the difference and which should you be using? Let's get into it. So let's start with fluoride. This is the extensively studied gold standard for protecting your teeth against tooth decay. This has been the main protection in most toothpaste for many, many years. So fluoride actually works by remineralizing the enamel and strengthening it, making it much more resistant to acid attacks from food, drink, and bacteria, making it more resistant to dental decay. It also has an effect on the bad bacteria in the mouth, preventing them from producing acids that lead to cavities in the teeth. Some of the downsides of fluoride is that too much use of fluoride can lead to something called fluorosis of the teeth. Fluorosis tends to come about when fluoride has actually been ingested, so for example if you're swallowing toothpaste too much. And severe cases are extremely rare. Okay, let's move on to hydroxyapatite. It works in a similar way to fluoride in that it remineralizes the enamel. However, hydroxyapatite is what naturally your teeth are formed from, so you're replacing like for like. So with fluoride, you're taking the demineralized enamel and turning it into fluoroapatite, which is stronger. But with hydroxyapatite, you are taking the demineralized enamel and remineralizing it as it would have been before. What's really special about hydroxyapatite, particularly nanohydroxyapatite, which just means very small particles, is that it actually infiltrates the tooth. It goes through little micropores in the tooth to remineralize the tooth from the inside out. And though it's not been studied as extensively as fluoride, in the studies that have been done, it is shown to be just as efficient. It's also biomimetic or non-toxic, so if you were to swallow too much hydroxyapatite, it wouldn't have a detrimental effect on the teeth. Therefore, it's quite safe for children. And where fluoride can inhibit the bad bacteria in the mouth, hydroxyapatite doesn't work in the same way, but it creates a smoother surface to the tooth, which doesn't allow bacteria to adhere as easily. And because nanohydroxyapatite infiltrates the teeth, it's also very good for sensitivity. So which one do you go for? Okay, so the good news is that you don't actually need to choose between fluoride and hydroxyapatite because you can actually get toothpaste that have both. Personal favourites of mine are Parla Pro, not sponsored, I just like to recommend what I genuinely use. And another favourite of mine, the Curaprox toothpaste. They also contain both. I think it's a really exciting time in dentistry. There are so many advances, and whilst I'm not ready to give up fluoride completely, that is still what's been most extensively studied and what we are told to recommend as dentists. I definitely wouldn't be using a toothpaste without the nanohydroxyapatite now. Leave any questions in the comments and hope this helps.